if you're ready to go.
You're now tuned in to
Valley Views, a Valley Views SFB media production.
Yeah, this is Hector, your co-host here on Valley Views, and along with my co-host right here,
Diosi, hi guys, you're listening to KROJ 101.5 FM.
That's right.
A huge shout out to Blizzard from Take You There Radio, our DJ on Valley Views every Sunday morning.
Yo, it's Fernando. Shouts out to Valley Views, man. They played me on the station. I was like, let me make you a jingle. So this is my jingle I made for them. This is what I had to do. This is Valley Views. This is what I had to do. This is Valley Views. Gonna be singing like, eh, eh, eh. So what you want? Gonna be singing like, eh, eh, eh. So what you want? Gonna be singing like, eh, eh, eh. So what you want? Gonna be singing like, eh, eh, eh. So what you want? I wasn't tripping when I lost my job. No reason to lie to my mom. Now I've got 8, 9 to 5, y'all. I was like, right on, right on, right on. No work on weekends, eh? Waking up early, sleep at 8. I think I'm surely dreaming, eh? Just look at what Burns achieving, eh? Tony Pro skater, I'm gonna grind. Not one opportunity I will decline. I show up early, jokes and truth, I jot in the rhyme. Chicano house to Omatu now. Do a song with y'all in his papa's house. 8182 San Diego. Become a legend in the valley like Danny Trejo. This is what I had to do. This is Valley View. This is what I had to do. This is Valley View. Gonna be singing like, eh, 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 eh. So what you want? Gonna be singing like, eh, eh, eh. So what you want? Gonna be singing like, eh, eh, eh. So what you want? Gonna be singing like, eh, eh, eh. So what you want?
Yes, and a good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending when and where you're listening to Valley Views. I'm your host here, Hector, y'all. It's another beautiful Sunday morning. Already feels like summer. Technically, we're still in spring season, but it's feeling like summer. We got Blizzard up in the house. How you doing, Blizzard? Blizzard just finished up and wrapped up his Take You There radio show, and like always bringing in the good beats and vibes and music selection. You're always just inspiring us, Blizzard, with your music selection. And what you got coming up this Wednesday, actually?
This Wednesday, I got a sound system coming up, so if you guys want to tune in to that, that would be great. I got a whole bunch of new music dedicated to the underground, so yeah, man.
That's right, and that's right here, KROJ. Hit them with the times.
Oh yeah, so I'll be going live at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. So during your traffic hour, hopefully makes it smoother for you guys. So yeah.
That's right. Every time I tune in, whether I'm in traffic or in my backyard doing some gardening, which I like to do on Wednesdays, I'm like right there with sound systems. You know, come on now. And big shout out to DLC. DLC was not feeling well, but we wish you all the best, DLC, and hope you feel a lot better. By the end of this day, and just get that good rest, that nourishment, and before you know, you're gonna be back on your feet 100%. So much love to you, DLC. And we have right here in studio with us, we have Imelda, one of our interns who's no a stranger to the mic right here. But yeah, just how you doing, Imelda? Oh, we're going to have to find out what's going on with that mic. Maybe check the cable real quick. If not, we'll... hold on one second. Yeah, but Imelda's right here, vibing with us to hit that mic again, Imelda.
I think.
There
you
it
go.
is.
What's up, guys? I'm feeling good, feeling great.
Yeah?
Yeah, I went to work yesterday, so I got money in my pocket now. Like,
Oh.
so I got nothing to complain about.
Nice.
Like, yeah.
I guess lunch on Imelda.
It Let me know. Let me know.
JK. But no, it's good to see you, Imelda. Imelda's one of our youth interns, and Imelda's wrapping up her first year with us and already applied for that second year.
I'm gonna start my second year.
Woo, can't believe it.
Already the first year, great community, loved it. Can't wait to start again.
That's
We
right.
have more events coming soon, so I can't wait.
Yeah, and it's great to see your growth too. And a big shout out to all the folks, all of our interns, our community volunteers, everybody that's in here doing the good work for our community, highlighting our community, and just just giving so much of themselves to Valley Views, KROJ, Pueblo Salud here. And we also want to thank all of our sponsors. We want to thank Superior Car Company for always just showing so much love and support. They're located out in North Hollywood, and for all your cargo and truck needs, feel free to check out their Instagram for more information on just what they do. They're more than just a dealership. They really do a lot of good work in the community. They're family owned, and so if you want more information, Superior Car Co. Would be the place to go. And also to Ira Hart, another one of our sponsors and supporters here at Valley Views and our mission, your local insurance agent located here in Seymour, California. But yeah, much love to Pueblo Salud, KROJ, Radio Olin, for housing us here, of course, in the Pueblo Salud studios. And we're just happy to be here. And with that said, I want to go ahead and introduce our angels of the morning here. That is Better Angels, y'all. And we're talking about from Better Angels here. We have with us the volunteer engagement specialist, y'all. Tiffany Pegula is up in the house.
Yes.
That's right.
Wow, I love that.
Yay.
So glad to be back.
That's right. And welcome back, Tiffany. We're always happy to have you and your energy and that light that you bring. And we also have here the senior operations manager, y'all, for Better Angels, Amaris Kute. And
Yes.
Amaris Kute.
I love
welcome.
hearing it that way.
I know.
Yeah.
The way he said
Amaris.
It sounds
Amaris.
so like
I
me.
gave you a little bit of that Spanish vibe.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on
No,
now.
I'm used to hearing it that way. I grew up in Oxnard.
There you go. Well, welcome to the studio. And we're going to start with you, actually. How is right here your mind, body, and spirit?
That's a great question. No, I'm feeling good. We at Better Angels, we're constantly busy and moving and meeting tons of people. So I think honestly for like my spirit, it's such a great thing. Mind, it gets you there. You talking to all these different people. Body is breaking down a little bit sometimes.
It happens,
I can feel that one.
But, lower back problems.
Oh, yeah. Well, we won't talk too much about that. We'll get into that icy hot later.
Yes, much later.
Right. But Tiffany, how are you? How's your mind, body, and spirit right here, right
now? Right here, right now. I'm always super inspired when I come here. I feel like you're doing such an amazing job with the community. I'm all about that. And I appreciate you having us here. So I feel good. I feel relaxed. I feel happy. I feel inspired. Today's a good day.
now? Nice.
Thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm doing well. Same. I feel very blessed. We just celebrated my wife's 50th birthday. So it was definitely a big one and a really special one. So it was really nice just to show her how special she is and how.
Yes, he missed school just to show her how much he
Exactly.
loves her.
Exactly.
So
We told him to take the day off.
Yeah,
We
so-
supported his decision.
Wow.
Right?
I love
At that
that.
point, I was like, hey, they told me to take the day off. My interns told me to
Exactly.
take the day off. I'm going to take the day off.
Say much less.
Right? So it was definitely a blessing just to, I celebrated my birthday a couple weeks ago too. And so it was just, it's just nice. Like May always brings me back to just a little bit of that. Like, wow, like just counting the blessings of being, just being alive another day, another year,
Like
another.
more appreciative of being here, like
Yeah,
another year. Yeah.
exactly. I feel like the older I've been getting, that's what happens. Like I just feel like I appreciate a lot more than ever before. The people, really more than anything, like the people that I have around me.
Absolutely.
I don't know. It's just so I'm really just happy and blessed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like I feel pretty fired up and pumped up, and also just feeling like the mind, body, and spirit right now seem to be overall pretty aligned, Once in a while, I get the aches too, I'm not the young buck I think I am. But, we out here still trying, to stay active, Right? But yeah, and I want to really get into Better Angels. Better Angels is as I'm learning a little bit more about it too. Tiffany, thank you for introducing it to me too. Of course, we have here in Los Angeles, Greater Los Angeles. Definitely, we've been facing with the challenges of our unhoused homeless communities. Before it used to be something that we used to see, for example, more like, of course, we sadly have heard of like Skid Row, but like sometimes what I've noticed throughout the years is like being here in the Valley for, a little bit over 15 years here is that, or actually more like 20 years actually, is that usually that was more like a LA thing, right?
Yeah.
Like more like, mid-city, things of that sort, right?
Yeah.
But obviously in the last, 4 or 5 years or so, we've been seeing those type of challenges all over our city, including here in the San Fernando Valley.
Absolutely.
And so I want to know more about Better Angels, of course, but I want to first start with just how did y'all kind of like, get intersected with each other, and then that brought you guys together with Better Angels? I don't know who wants to start
My goodness.
that.
I mean,
I'll let you
I'll
start.
start.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. As you know, I've always had a heart for a community. I was a foster parent. I fostered over 40 children in the LA district.
Yeah.
And from there, I just decided to go back to college. I wanted to get my degree. As you know, I was an entrepreneur for many, many years. And I started volunteering. I started doing marketing and social impact for Food on Foot. And then that led me to your neighbors, Valley Family Center, and I started doing some social media for them. And then I was like, you know what? I want more. I want to be locked into one place where I can really make an impact.
Yes.
So I saw online that they were hiring, and I volunteered with Amaris one day. And I'm not just saying this because she's next to me. She is a dream boss.
Oh,
Nice,
thank
And
you.
a dream person to work with and learn from.
Thank you.
And here I am. So I'm doing volunteer engagement,
Yeah.
coordinating and leading, and I'm learning a lot and growing, and I'm happy to be here. So that's kind of like how, that's my story.
That's
and
beautiful.
How
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Amaris, tell us a little bit more about like how long have you been with Better Angels, and what got you to Better Angels?
Actually,
Good
coming up,
question.
coming up on my second year actually with
Nice.
Better Angels.
Congrats.
So I was like kind of part of almost its inception. So I've really seen it grow from we were doing beautification projects and cleaning up the streets in the valley. We were here in the summer. That's when I was really learning about the heat.
Oh yeah, especially in the
Oh, yeah.
summertime, right?
Yeah,
Summer.
but so many people needed it, and being able to engage with the community directly. And I grew up volunteering as well, so I was really no stranger to it.
Yeah.
So being able to come out, make an impact, we've grown our events tremendously. We'll probably talk about that a little bit later, but just to be able to see the growth,
Yeah.
especially with our department, for sure, it's just been amazing.
Yes.
And
no,
it keeps me going,
Yeah.
like the people are so inspiring, and you hear all these different stories, and you're just like, yeah, this is what I was meant to do.
Nice.
So
Yeah. It's definitely a mission-driven organization.
Yeah.
Nonprofit. And there seems to be a lot of from being such a young organization, like from what I've seen, like looking at the website and things of that sort, there's a lot of energy, right? And what I noticed too, it's like obviously like there's different pillars that you guys have: prevention, housing, services, technology, and shelter. But that's the one that also for me, I was just really thinking about like the technology part too.
Yeah.
That I haven't seen in other orgs that are really trying to. Meet this challenge that we have. There seems to be definitely some forward thinking here and progress. And what's something that, as we get into maybe some of the programs and events and things of that sort, what is for you from these pillars, like the one that kind of like, I'm sure they all like, are just as important, but like the one that like resonated the most with you initially,
Yeah. Oh, that's a great question.
That is
I
a
think
really good question.
for myself, definitely the technology piece. I think there's a lot of older systems in place as it is now. It's been a growing issue or challenge with the homeless population. So there's a lot of systems that are super old. So our technology team developing different apps and trying to get people placed into shelters faster, just making the process more efficient, because there's so many people that are on the streets waiting,
Yeah.
you know, years and years for housing or, you know, really any resource.
Yeah.
So just to be able to give them that access quicker. And it was just like, we live in what century? Yeah, we should, you know, be
Yeah,
up there
like,
with
they
our
shouldn't
technology.
be struggling that much just to find like that resource.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we definitely, like, whether we like it or not, we're definitely living in a world of technology, you know.
Yes.
And I mean, if you think about it, it's also for good, because that's what's brought us, like, and so many people, including Tiffany, here together, right? Because of the
Yeah.
power of technology. So harnessing it in a really
Yeah, there's
positive
so
way is a
many
good
like
thing.
pros and cons. Yeah.
Right? Yeah, and like, I'm sure you as a youngster, Imelda, like, you see it all the time, right? Because
Yeah.
y'all kids are like doing too many TikTok challenges sometimes,
Oh
you know?
my, yeah, there's like
Y'all in
so
that TikTok
many.
shop, you know?
There's so many things that like on like social media could influence. Like there's so many positives that you could use social media for, which is like what people should use it for, like to motivate people or like just as like a positive thing, right?
Yeah.
Not to like bring people down or use it like for negative things. And a lot of kids in like middle school, high school, like tend to do that, which kind of sucks.
Yep,
but
yep. 'Cause we got to teach them. We got to teach the
Yeah.
youth,
Gotta
like you,
learn.
and
Yeah.
it's like you teach by looking at others like yourself.
Oh,
Imelda,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Yay. And Tiffany, what about for you? Like, what are some of those? You know, as
I
what are
love that question.
the newer bucks? You know, in the Better Angels, and like
Yes.
and especially with what the work that you do though,
Yeah.
with you know, volunteer work and engagement, and you know, how has that been for you as far as like just that process? Because you yourself are like a powerhouse volunteer yourself. You like to do that, you know, so much on
Absolutely.
so
I
many
mean, this
levels.
is what I
yeah.
do. I think they hired the perfect person for
Hey,
this
hey,
role.
hey, don't be
I mean,
shy.
you know, I really, you know, I walk the walk. I've been doing it, you know, for years. I've been, you know, speaking to you about the other nonprofits
Yep.
that I've worked with.
Yeah.
So for me, it's important to, as she was saying, to show up truly as I am. And as you know, I use my platform every day of my life that way. So me asking someone to volunteer, it's not a stretch because I really live that life. Like
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
that
yeah.
life. I'm not just saying it because now I'm working with Amherst on
No,
this
it's
team.
authentic.
I've always done it. So
Yep,
it's not
yep.
weird if I'm like, hey, Abby, pull up.
Yep,
Bring
right.
your team. Bring Cafe Aficionado.
Yep.
We need volunteers for this event. It's not weird. So it's important for me to use I have, you know, daughters your age. So it's important for me to represent who I am and what I stand for and what I believe in authentically on a regular basis. And I'm happy
Yeah.
to be able to do it here with Better Angels.
Right.
Yeah.
So-
No, that's great.
That's
yeah.
Definitely
So good.
authentic, very genuine person. And I
Thank
think
you.
that resonates a lot with our volunteers
Yeah.
because that's how we want them to show up for us, you know?
Absolutely.
No, it's so important because I mean it takes a village, of course, you know, and like, and with that it's like what are some of the critical work that's happening right now with Better Angels?
Oh my God. Well, the whole thing is critical, right? We're
Word on
I
that,
think
actually.
like 180,000 people living on the streets. So everything we do is so critical
Yeah.
and like everything is crunch time.
Mm-hmm,
So, you know, for us, we're on the services side of things. So we're really the outreach, we're the face, we're interacting with folks. So we really are hearing these hard hitting,
Yeah.
you know, challenges people have come
Yeah.
across, lack of community. And it's something
Yeah.
that we try to bring, you know, to each of our events. So I think really boots on the ground, getting out there, hearing people's stories
Yeah.
and relating those bridges, right? Because
Mm.
for a lot of people, homelessness could be right around the corner and you don't even
Oh, yeah.
realize
Right.
it. And I think a lot of times people, you know, try to remove themselves from it, but it's like all it takes is missed
yeah.
paycheck
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
lose your job.
Like most
or,
people
Yeah.
assume that people go homeless in the streets because of like an addiction or like something
Yeah.
like them not following like a right path, but in like reality you never know, like homelessness could affect you like without like missing when they pay
Oh,
a
yeah.
rent, like
100%.
like you get fired from work, like you
Yeah.
never know like when you could get cut loose or like
Yeah.
you just never know when that could affect you too. So
It's so true.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
more alike than not. And I think like being in this environment, it really proves that on a regular basis. So
Yeah.
every day we're trying to end homelessness. Any way
Yeah.
we can help somebody find a shelter or get placed. So
And really, honestly, to a plug to our prevention team as well.
Oh, yeah.
So preventing homelessness through the STEP Fund, which is a zero interest microloan. So if people are at risk of eviction, being able to apply for this zero interest loan, go through like an interview process, and then whatever they're able to pay back in the future goes towards the next person. So
Which
being
is
able to have
amazing.
that option,
Yeah.
Very
to
unique.
stay
Yeah.
in your, home, apartment, condo, whatever it is.
You don't.
Yeah.
Prevention.
So
Those
shout out to our
microloans could
prevention
be-
team.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, no, and it's like it's those type of services that could literally be the difference between like you like being out in the streets or like staying in your home, you
Yeah.
know, in your
Yeah, or like
place,
having
you know?
a roof over your head.
Yeah.
or-
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, and I noticed so there's like prevention services, tech, shelter, housing, and what has been like just from working there so far and being there are like some of the impacts that you've already seen, you know, of the work that's being done and the mission being accomplished here for Better Angels.
Yeah. I'll let
Sure.
you answer first. Just
I
say
Yeah.
think what's nice about our resource days, which at some point I want all of your interns to
of
come and
course.
volunteer
we
with us.
definitely would love to
Yes,
set
I
that up.
will
Yeah.
definitely volunteer.
We're recruiting groups, so
Yeah, yeah.
definitely
Okay.
I'll send you the
I'll tell
information.
Caesar to come with me too.
Oh, great.
Oh, yeah,
we'll have
see?
the whole, that already sounds like a summertime field trip.
Yes.
Oh,
But how? Well, let me backtrack. Maybe
Sure.
not a field trip, but like definitely like a summertime like experience for us to
Team
actually
building.
Yeah.
Team building.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
We can have a moment.
Yes, exactly.
We'll create
Yep,
that
yep.
experience for you. Don't worry.
Yep.
But we see the impact on a regular basis because at our resource days, and again, like I mentioned, I've worked for a few different nonprofits.
Yeah.
What's also unique about Better Angels is we have like all of the resources under one roof. So we have housing resources, we'll have medical resources, we'll have DSPS. I mean, the list goes on, mental health, the list goes on. And for me, it's exciting because I get to have like Valley Family Center come
Yeah.
and they can table with us. So I really try to like merge all of the connections, and we see it because we are offering a warm hot meal. We
Yeah.
provide breakfast. It's really a nice warm atmosphere that's guest centered. So for us, that is very special. It's not just about, oh, let's make sure the volunteers look cute.
Yeah,
no.
yeah, yeah.
It's about the guests.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
serving. We're making sure
Yep,
they
yep.
feel warm, they feel good, they have all the resources that,
That they
need.
feel
so
welcome. That they feel like they're allowed
Seen.
to like be
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
being understood. Yeah.
it's very, very important
Exactly,
to
that
us.
part.
So
Yeah.
I'm on a great team. I do recruit for all of the pillars. Actually, I recruit
Mm-hmm.
for all of them, but I am on the service team. So we see the impact on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whether it's a hug, whether it's a smile, whether it's a warm meal. So we do see the impact on a regular basis.
I also,
Nice,
to add to that, just as like, the volunteer experience, we have some clients coming to volunteer with us. They might attend and get the resources they need, realize like, okay, they're really here for us, as our community, and they'll come and volunteer with
Yeah,
us,
it's
which is
awesome.
great.
We love that.
We
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
are like, come as you are.
Totally.
If you you have the mindset to join us today, great.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, so it's been really beautiful. Absolutely.
That's great to hear. And also, again, like you said, and the impact too is it's just nice to know like there's different like levels of that. Like
Yeah.
like you said,
Yeah.
even just being able to like be seen and be heard, be like acknowledged as like a human person, like just like
Yes.
or again like the smiles or like those little things could go a long way for someone.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Saying someone's
Yeah.
name,
Yeah.
their first name.
Yes.
Hey, what's your name? And them being able to like repeat it back and just and so after that being like, hey, Billy, whatever, and they're just like,
Yeah,
oh
they
man,
feel
there's so many
seen, like
people,
they-
yeah,
yeah.
that don't say their name every day.
Yeah.
No, that's so important, and Better Angels is a resource for so many. And with that, like, so if folks want to tap in, like, volunteer, they want to like, really get a little bit more involved with Better Angels. What are some steps or ways for them to do that?
Really easy, I think. They can go, if they want to start with our website, www.betterangels.la. And then from there, there's a little volunteer tab, and it takes them to all of our different opportunities, which Tiffany so lovely puts up for us.
Yep.
So yeah, our website's really direct, or also at Better Angels LA on our social media as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
right on. Well, no, we really appreciate the Better Angels spirit here.
Thank
and
you.
not only that, the impact that's already being you know, coming to fruition here in our communities. And lastly, here as we say goodbye, it always goes so quick.
It
It always goes so
does.
quick. You know,
It
Was that
felt
10
like-
minutes?
I know, right?
we've been in here already for like half an hour. You know? But again, it's like so much to discuss and talk about. But you know, again, this is the Better Angels crew right here, and I want to with Tiffany. We'll start with Tiffany first, as we. Are ending the show, and we're already getting the cue on that for this segment. Just what are some words of wisdom that you want to leave us with, Tiffany?
Wow, I love that. Words of wisdom. That anyone can make a difference. That we all have this space and the same hours in a day, and every day is a new opportunity to give back and make a difference in someone's life. And it doesn't need to be big, it can be minor. Just show up. Show up for yourself. Your kids are looking at you, your family is looking at you, your community is looking at you. So
There it
Show up.
is. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
And I'm
that's
gonna
great. That's
start or I'm gonna end with who I started, and I'm gonna go with the Spanish name of this one, Amaris. Yes. What are some words of wisdom you want to leave us with?
Yeah, I think I always say this just to myself, which is lead with your heart. You know, when you're coming from a place of compassion and empathy, your conversations can go a long way. So
Yeah.
lead with your heart. Be kind to people. You know, a smile goes a long way too. So I think that's where I come from every day. So.
Yay. Awesome. Beautiful. Once again, we've had the Better Angels group right here with us. We're going to go ahead and take a quick, short musical break. And when we come back, top of the hour, we have the folks from the San Fernando Valley Games here in the house with us. We're talking about Oscar. We're talking about Cesar and Diego. So tune in for that. But in the meantime, we're going to leave you with some music here from Take You There Radio Berserk up in the house. And we'll catch you in just a bit here on 101.5 KROJ. Check, check, check. Yes, y'all. We're back. 101.5 FM KROJ. We got Valley Views right here. And on this beautiful Sunday morning. Happy June 1st, everybody. It's already June. We are literally midway point in 2025. How did that happen, Blizzard? How did we get to like midpoint 2025 right here? Right? We were like just saying Happy New Year, and now here we are like Happy Summer. Summer's right around the corner, and I think it's like there's like 20 days left, and it's summertime, y'all. But more importantly than that, in just a few of this month already, June 29th, y'all, we have the San Fernando Valley Games. And here with us to talk some more about what to expect, not just for the competitors, but also for the community to come out and to witness history in the making, literally, for the inaugural San Fernando Valley Games. We have Oscar from the San Fernando Valley Games, along with Diego and Caesar up in the house. So first and foremost, how y'all doing today?
Jeez, man. Great, I think. Like we every time we look at each other, and we I think it's an unspoken thing. Like this is happening, you know. Like this is definitely happening.
Yeah, right. And Diego, Caesar, how are you guys? How you feeling about the San Fernando Valley Games?
Feeling good. That is it, man. That's the best thing I can say. We are feeling definitely good about it. T-minus 28 days, 4 weeks exactly to the date. Man, we are ready to put on a show, man. We're excited.
Yeah. What about yourself, Caesar? How you feeling about the San Fernando Valley Games?
We're ecstatic, bro. Like, we're ready for it, you know? Everything's pretty much handled, and we're just clicking away.
Yes. No, isn't that crazy? I remember still when we were talking, Oscar and I, and he was like, I'm sure he did the same with you guys, like kind of like expanding his vision and like, well, the San Fernando Valley Games and all of that. And I just remember with Oscar, from the get-go, the excitement of like producing something like this or bringing something like this to the Valley, because you guys are all part of different like competitive groups, fitness groups. And how do you guys feel though about like, it's because of you guys now that, the San Fernando Valley is going to have something so unique already. And like you said, in 28 days.
Yeah, I think the what I can say is what we've all have in common is that community part that you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
It's we all come from different backgrounds in competition, but putting something together that represents the Valley, it's probably like I think the most inspiring part in putting all of our plans together. And I would say that's what it's really exciting about one of the things that's exciting about the San Fernando Valley Games.
Yeah. And what about for you guys? Like, what is that like heading into it, but also the process, right? Because I think that's just as important, kind of like when you work out, right? And like Caesar over here, all cut up over at Venice Beach over here, But it's like it's not just like that, like getting on that stage, right?
Yeah.
It's everything like that you had to do before that, right?
Yeah.
To get to that like kind of finish line. But like, how has this process of like just setting up the San Fernando Valley Games? What has that process been like for y'all?
I think personally, well, actually, I can speak for all of us, is we've kind of enjoyed the process of planning it. You know what I mean? Coordinating, planning, talking, communicating, ideas, It's kind of like how you brought out the fitness stuff, you have to enjoy the process of whatever you're doing. It's not just like that end goal. You know what I mean? And Oscar has already mentioned more ideas for next year, you know what I mean? Location, dates, more ideas, you know what I mean? So we're just ecstatic. We're just excited about that,
Yeah, no, absolutely. Jay, what about you? Like, from like, the start to curling, which is like, we're like almost at that finish line.
Yeah,
but like, really like, what surprised you the most, like so far from this journey?
Honestly, nothing.
Yeah?
Nothing has surprised me. The three of us got together. We meshed pretty well. It was fun. It was a fun experience for the three of us. We literally were like, hey, this is how we came up with the workouts. We're like, all right, let's put a list together of the workouts that we all liked.
Yep.
Let's pick a couple here and there. Let's put them in order, and then that's it. And that's as three trainers, that's fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what we do. That's what we love. And that's how we came up. And then from there, just some meetings. All right, well, we could do this. We could do this. We could do better at this. We could be better at that. What can we do? All right, we should leave room for this, for that. So it's just been, nothing has been surprising. The whole experience has been super fun. And, you know, bringing such an event, a one-of-a-kind event to the San Fernando
Right?
Valley. One of a kind, man, because there's nothing that's going to be this big. We're,
Yeah.
you know, we're hoping for and expecting 300 plus, you know,
Yep,
at Birmingham
yep.
High School. And it's just,
And
It's
this is just
great.
like literally the beginning.
Yeah.
You know?
this is
Yeah.
literally the beginning.
Oh.
We sold out on our first event, and that is thanks to everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody who has ever reposted us or
Mhm.
shouted us out, you know, coming out here. Everybody. It's been a
Yeah.
community thing.
Yeah, it definitely
And
has
so-
on mine. It's been just so dope to see that too, from just seeing the engagement, because we
Yeah.
do a lot of community engagement, and I'm always like very like particular about that, you know, and like
Yeah.
how folks engage, and like and it's very genuine, you know, and it's like
Yeah.
yeah, we produce some stuff and like, you know, done some videos and all that, but it's really been I noticed like just a very genuine, like hyped up, like, you know,
Yeah.
event where like, you know, you want to promote fitness, you want to promote well-being, you want to promote healthy competition, but
Yeah.
also like you want to promote like community building, you know,
Yeah.
and it's all
Absolutely.
those things and then plus, you know. And speaking of the plus, we're talking about like Blizzard. Blizzard's gonna be DJing the event,
yeah.
you know.
Yes,
Tell us,
absolutely.
and you know, you've done some other stuff with Oscar too at his events, and you know, at the Frag Out Fitness. But yeah, just how do you feel about, you know, this particular one now, and you know, with not just Frag Out Fitness, Oscar here, but with the One Team Elite Fitness folks as well, you know.
Yeah, well, it's been what, like 2 years, maybe a year and a half now, DJing for you guys, and like every single time, I feel good because I get to play like that high energy stuff, and
Yeah.
it really pumps everybody up. And
For
then I always
sure.
get like, "Hey man, thank you so much for the music. Like I wouldn't have,
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
have
For real,
without
bro.
it."
Yeah.
So like that feels really good, and yeah, I'm just really excited since this is gonna be the biggest one. You know, like yeah, I'm hyped for this one.
No, that's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, no, that's and from the different, what do you think is gonna be the most challenging? And it could vary, right?
Yeah.
But like the most challenging of the different stations.
Yeah.
Which one do you think is gonna be the one that we're gonna see maybe the most struggle? You know?
I think I'll go. I mean, I'll say, you know, we kind of talk about it often too, and
We do.
and then, you know, we have all kinds of athletes as registered, and we a lot of them are by name tape we know, or like through seen, but just in consensus, I personally think that the end is gonna be
And
probably the part where it's gonna show up. It's gonna show out like
gonna
the
be
grit,
spicy.
the grit,
Yeah,
the grit,
yeah, yeah.
the grit
Spicy
part
back
of
then, yeah.
the grit part of finishing is
Yeah.
where it's gonna show up, I think, and it's gonna be the assault bike. I think assault bike is one of the last stations
Okay.
before you get into your last run, and so you'll be taxed like
Yeah.
by your whole body between 1 to
Yeah.
9. You're gonna be taxed, but in a good way though. Like
Right,
you know,
right, right.
yeah, you're just gonna. It's a mental grind. I think that's where I say station 9 myself, like the bike.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
I-
about you, Diego?
I agree. It's gonna
Yeah.
be spicy at the end, guys. It's gonna be a race. That is what's gonna make or break your race. How you come off that bike and finish that run. Like we envisioned, like the real competition being at the end when
Yeah,
you cross
yeah.
that finish line. So
Yeah, and which will
Yeah.
be interesting to watch too,
Oh,
you know,
my
because then
goodness.
it's like it's one of these potential neck to neck type of things, you know.
100%.
What about you, Caesar? Do you agree with them, or do you think it's gonna
I
be a
know,
different
I
one?
absolutely agree. It's
Yeah.
always the end. It's like you gotta like pace yourself,
Yeah.
you know, throughout the beginning and kind of like the middle. You know,
Yeah,
play
yeah.
to your strengths, slow down if you think you need to, but don't burn out early. You know what I mean? Because the walking lunges and then onto the bike and then you still gotta run. Oh, it's,
Yeah, right?
It's,
You know what's
ugly.
honestly, I think the more we think about it, and I mean, we've had to like those run throughs you guys were part
Yep,
of, you know,
yep.
and saw. The more I think about it on a competitive side, like, you know, because we do have an opportunity if we have open and then we have elites, but on a competitive side of it, it's like so strategic because it's unknown for a
Yeah.
lot of these athletes, and so these are all movements that anybody can do,
Mm-hmm.
but when you you know hit start, you know, and you're on go time, like it's like Caesar is saying, this is really gonna show everybody's preparedness. And I think when those events, and Diego mentioned earlier, we put all these exercises because
Yeah.
we wanted to take the best of all worlds. You know, there's people that are strong, there's people that are fast, there's people that are in that hybrid aspect of fitness, and or even individuals that go hiking, all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. And so it all really comes together. Like it's not just one, you know, sort of competition. It's like you got this, all these other movements going on, and it's gonna be, it's definitely gonna be exciting to watch.
Yeah, and I noticed too, just from seeing it from like kind of like the concept to like the reality now of it, it's like just the amount of detail, the meticulous work of like thinking about this, like just from talking especially to Oscar, and then seeing you guys like when I was over at your gym, when you guys were doing like kind of like the pilot of it and like getting the feedback, and I mean, this isn't like just some random thoughts of gym owners trying to put together a competition just for the sake of it. Y'all really been putting some like deep work 100%. Into the each station, to like getting the feedback, to I mean, this is like no joke, and I really want to applaud you guys for that, because thank you. It's been an honor for me to really like see it from like this point of view, from the behind the scenes, and doing some production with you guys, to like really like seeing it kind of like come to life, and what you guys have helped to like really put together here, and like and us being a part of it has really been like really unique to see too, you know. And again, it's like that fruit of your labor is like really like blossoming and coming to life right now. That's getting me all excited too.
The enjoyable part is it's once it's done, right? I think the hype and excitement and awareness is gonna just double, triple. Skyrocket. It's gonna it's the community has been supportive, like Diego said, and we've also have intermediate friends that have supported us, and you guys jumping on and supporting the vision as well. But I think once people talk about their experience, what we're trying to create, I think there is when we're gonna just double and triple. And that's what we're trying to create. We talk about all the time. We want to create an experience for everybody, like the people helping, the volunteers. I mean, we put a post, and within a couple of days, like we have people from the woodworks. They came in the valley.
For the volunteer
to come out, and so that was just a sign that okay, cool, like we're doing definitely something different.
Something different, something good that's hitting. That like the community actually like wants this. And I was tripping out, Blizzard, because like I mean, this is like a full-on operation that the folks here are running. Because about how many volunteers is it gonna take to kind of like make this happen?
So right now we have about 64, right?
Think about that.
And honestly, look, man, like, and that's kind of low ball. Like, I think it requires what do we do? Like double that probably, I think, right? Yeah. Double that to fully operate it. Yeah. But like you said, like we were constantly like, we're constantly looking at our times and like the volunteers' efforts and doing all that behind the scenes stuff, to make sure that everybody still gets that experience, But
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
And it's been like a beautiful thing, because even lately, the last few days, as we've sold out all the other tickets, we've still had more people wanting to volunteer, message us, and so on and so forth. So the community has just been amazing, So we appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. And what do you call it? So just tell us one more time, where is the San Fernando Valley Games inaugural event taking place?
Guys,
give us that info.
June 29th. Birmingham High School, the heats, and you do not want to miss these heats, guys. So you guys got to get there early, all right? They start at 8. The whole event starts at 8. The elite heat starts at 8:15 on the dot. Guys, it's going to be fireworks, because that first elite heat is going to set the tone for the rest of the race.
Yeah.
Don't blink. Don't blink.
Yeah, no. It's really the excitement, and I think you mentioned it, right? Like we want spectators to come. Like we want people coming out from the streets, from down the street, anywhere.
Anybody.
Just come.
Yeah.
Like come and see what an event looks like for the valley. Yeah. Right. It's really an event, right? Because there's gonna be more. Right. And we've definitely been talking about other stuff in the future, but if we can get this message out, and anybody listening through any social medias, just show up. Just show up. Get on the bleachers and enjoy.
Oh, it's free, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
It's free. Anybody could show up. It's free completely. Come out, support your favorite athlete, support your favorite coach that's competing, support your friend, because there's regular people out there too, man. Like these people don't understand what they signed up for. Like we have a gym that signed up. Like that brought like 20 something people.
Yeah.
Shout out to Suicide
Suicide-
Boxing.
yeah.
There it
They
is.
they hit
From
us
San
up.
Fernando right here.
Yeah, from
Down
San
the
Fernando,
street.
literally down the street.
Oh, beautiful.
Suicide Boxing, man. They came out. They showed up with a lot of people, and they're like, "This is out of our comfort zone.
That's
This is out of
great.
our
Yeah,
comfort
yeah,
zone.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what we
'Cause
want."
they're doing boxing.
Absolutely,
and, like, you know,
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's what we want. We
Yeah.
want people coming out of their comfort zone, finishing a race that they never thought they could do.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
so
yeah,
that's what it's
yeah.
all about, guys. Crossing that finish line, getting that medal, and big smile on their face. That's what we want to see. That's
And,
what good
and that's
vibes
what I
all
like
around.
about that. It's like bringing the community to also like, hey, maybe you're not ready to compete yet, or you know what, you miss registration because it got sold out. You can still kind of come,
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
observe, be a participant that way, so that you're ready for next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Blizzard, and I know Blizzard is gonna bring the heat because I have a feeling the BPMs on his music's
yeah.
gonna be over 120.
Oh, they have to be. Like 170, 180, bro. A minimum.
The best part is that like a lot of the people that compete usually want like metal, and that's when I really get to play like the heavy stuff. No, I'm just really excited, and also that's one of my favorite things about DJing these events is just seeing people like complete it. And
Yeah.
then be like, I didn't think I could do it.
Yeah.
And they're like dripping sweat. You can tell they're
Yeah.
dying, but they're like, I feel good about
Yeah.
this.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's part. So I'm looking forward to that.
There's definitely a lot of unique things happening. I think one of the things that I'll share with here, and we talk about it, is the first San Fernando Valley Games medal. Like, you know what I
That's
mean?
right,
Like,
that's right.
ever with the logo, everything. The finisher shirt, for one of a kind. Everything is a first.
Yeah.
Everybody there that's participating and finishing, the competition is gonna get something that it's meaningful to the valley. Like,
Yes.
you know what I mean? One of a kind.
Yeah, which I love that logo, with the mountains,
Yeah.
the buildings, like the way it was
You
all
like that,
designed,
yeah,
you know.
okay.
And you know what's
Yeah.
funny though?
You even have either it could be either the moon or the sun, depending how you want to see it.
Yeah.
But
I like that. I didn't even think
that
about it. You got
Hey.
You know
deeper
what I mean? It's
into
up
it,
to you.
man.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny about the logo?
Yeah.
When we're talking about the logo, like we all had these ideas, right? And I'm more of an idea guy, but like Diego and Cesar always bring context to it too. And I'm like, you know what? I want to see a logo like this, and this, and like, the value. And I even showed him pictures, and then Diego goes, all right, let me see what we can do, and he has a guy,
Boom, brought it to life.
brought it to life. It was literally like, I just saw it like in my head, like this is what I'm looking for, and we kind of went back and forth a little bit, but Diego brought it to life with his partner, friend, and then we saw it instantly. We're like, oh, this is it.
That was it. It was a one hit.
One-
It was a
yeah.
one-hit thing. He
That's
put
all
it
you
out.
needed.
Yeah.
He put it out. We're like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Right? And it's already all medaled out and everything now,
We already got the medals. We got the podium medals for the elites. We got the podium medals for the open heat. We are ready to go,
Yes,
guys.
and
We
talk
are
about
ready to go.
about the sponsors too. Because
Yeah.
you've been working hard on that end too with the sponsors. Let's give them a shout out too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we definitely have events, partners and partners. And Shady View, Shady View has been definitely a great partner supporting our endeavors. But official sponsors, we have Culture Pop.
Culture Pop Soda.
Yeah, Culture Pop Soda. We also have Recover 180, the official hydration for our event. And our local Nutra Shop. Nutra Shop is
Shop
you know,
Northridge.
Northridge, and then
Shout out to
we-
Sean.
and shout out to Valley Views, man,
That's right.
for-
Valley Views.
for capturing everything that we're gonna be able to tell a story about.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
going to be great to actually be there too at the games themselves, capture the vibes of like the competitors, the energy of the community, and then really just to see it all come to life. There's still a lot of work to be done between
Yeah.
now and then.
Oh yeah,
But it's going to be really again like a historical moment, especially on the fitness world here in the San Fernando Valley, to actually bring together so many different folks from like you said, like even folks like breaking out of their norm, right? To like
Yeah.
come out and like really like be part of something special. And that's the other thing I just want to give all three of you guys kudos for is the amount of outreach and folks that you guys been able to bring together, in a really healthy, competitive way.
Yeah.
It's been, for me, inspirational to see as well, because that's
Yeah.
what we're all about. Like, how do we bridge? How do we link up? How do we continue to like build with others? You know.
Yeah.
And you guys are doing it too. So it's great to see it. It's really great to see it. You know. And lastly, here as we say goodbye, but what are you most looking forward to that particular day? 8 a.m. You know.
Am looking forward to the very first person that shows up to the gate.
Who's it gonna be?
Who's it gonna be? Hey, who's gonna be? Hey, yeah, exactly. I'm looking forward to that. Like when that first person hits the ground, to what we thought was gonna be something we're putting together come to life. To me, that's gonna be memorable. Like it came from an idea and a vision and all that collective stuff. But when that first person shows up and like, we're on. It's on. You know what I mean? It's for real. You know?
Yeah. What about yourself, Diego?
Man, I am looking forward for everybody to just finish. Like I said, that's my biggest thing. I'm a big believer in like people. You could do more than you think you can. So for me to see everybody cross that finish line, everybody growing up, I did a bunch of races. I've competed a lot. You know, getting a medal around my neck is special to me. And that's what we're gonna do. I get to be the one putting a medal on somebody else. Right? So,
nice.
So that's what I'm looking forward for.
Nice. And what about yourself, Caesar? What's that one thing you're definitely looking forward
to? It's gotta be the spectators. To be honest, the bleachers. Like imagine it full. You know, everyone cheering, yelling at their at their favorite athlete or whoever, and just enjoying the entire energy, the vibe. Yeah, I just imagine like all the fans, all the spectators just having a great time.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm already envisioning that. The sounds by DJ Blizzard, the competitors like just sweating and us kind of capturing those moments. You know what I mean? Definitely got to be at the finish line. We'll have some folks there, you know?
Yeah.
But it's going to be, again, happening at Birmingham High School, y'all, June 29th. Starts at 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. We'll be there as well, capturing the moments. And lastly here, real quick round. We'll start with Caesar here, and then we'll finish off with Oscar here. But what are some words of wisdom you want to leave us with? Caesar, take it away.
You know what? Just keep trying something new. Do something, all right? Because you never know what that step that you do for yourself is going to inspire somebody else. Okay? So just keep going, keep challenging, because it's really it's an inspiration when you know that you're also inspiring other people, motivating others.
Word on that. Diego, come on now.
Man, my words of wisdom for everybody right now, especially this goes specifically to the competitors. Y'all better train, man, because you better get ready. Be training.
The heats are coming.
It's coming. Yeah.
Woo. And what about yourself, Oscar? Words of wisdom. What you want to leave us with?
I'm always a very methodical person, but I would say I'm always going to say stay humble. We definitely get involved in so much stuff all around everywhere, fitness and no fitness, but like Diego said and Caesar said, but stay humble, stay open, and you get it done.
Beautiful. Well, it's going to get done, y'all. June 29th, 8 a.m., Birmingham High School, the San Fernando Valley Games inaugural session, y'all.
Yeah.
And can't wait to be there. We want to thank all of our sponsors of today's show. We want to thank Pueblo Salud. We want to thank KROJ Radio Lean, Superior Car Co., and Ira Hart, your local insurance agent. Big shout out to all of our interns, our crew, for holding it down every day here, and also all the work that they do in the community. Really appreciate that. Much love to all of the supporters of Valley Views, KROJ. We love you. You already know that. Catch us out in the community. We're going to actually go and do a special community surprise production in just a bit. And with that said, we have some little extra 2-3 minutes of a little blessings by Take You There Radio Blizzard. And we'll catch you in the next one, y'all. Peace. Much love.
Later.